Grab your phone right now, go one by one through every man in your contacts, and place a check next to those who you know for a fact will do the following things: pick you up and take you out to any restaurant you want. Pay at least half your rent if you are in dire need. Give you, not loan you, more than $200 with no questions asked. If you've made it to the T's and the only guy you can put a check next to is daddy or granddad, then you need to erase your fucking SIM card. Most of you will proudly proclaim that you don't need a man to do shit for you and list all your independent woman accomplishments. You can buy your own flowers and pay your own bills, but you shouldn't have to do that 100% of the time. Every woman, no matter how high she climbs in life, should be able to experience what it's like to be taken care of without the pressure to pay a man back. There are women that get gifts, trips, tuition paid, all without even having sex with these guys because they know how to seduce and destroy. What do I mean by seduce? Turn him on sexually, but also mentally by being a woman who embodies softness. Men aren't hard to figure out. They want women who make them feel like men, soft, sexy, and listens. Can you do that? No, because you are so busy trying to prove yourself, trying to compete, and it comes off as hard, masculine, and unsexy. Listen to how you talk. You sound like you should be on a Zeus Network reality show because you use too much slang and curse too much. How to make him fall in love the whole way. Sexual attraction is a shallow desire, which is why men lose interest so quickly after checking you off their busted-open bucket list. As a woman, you may be confused as to why men spend so much of their waking life trying to get something that isn't even that serious. The same reason restaurants can charge $90 for a steak and build their business around the fact that they have $90 steaks. It's the allure of something bigger and better. Wanting to have sex with various types of women is the itch that can't be scratched. He's never had a girl with D cups, has never had a girl with A cups, has never had a Spanish girl, has never had an Arab girl, has never had a girl with natural hair, has never had a girl with that Cassie side shave shit going on. Men are in awe of anything that appears different and can't wait to experience it. Old pussy tastes just like new pussy. Probably feels physically better than new pussy, but like the guy who eagerly makes reservations to try out that $90 steak, men have a burning desire to try out new women just because it's on such a high pedestal. Your pussy is the bait, and the way you flirt and seduce will raise you to that high pedestal. Nevertheless, those things don't guarantee shopping sprees or condominium down payments. The deep desire that makes you different from the average pussy is love. Men fall in lust quickly, and they fall in love even quicker if you know how to push the right buttons. Take a man that has a little sister. He will do anything to make sure she's taken care of and that she's not being taken advantage of by men like him. It puts a smile on his face just to know that he's the one holding her down and sheltering her from this cold world. Men are protectors by nature. It's in the male's DNA to hold down the fort, but it's not property that makes him so caring. It's the love of being needed by someone special to him. Little sisters often don't want their big brothers to watch their backs, but they do it. And when that girl finally sees how he looked out, she embraces him with love. That's a special feeling that not even little brother or mother love can touch. Take family out of the equation, men still take certain women under their wings. Every man that I've ever known has had a sister that wasn't related to him. That relationship was deep, and other friends weren't allowed to talk to his play sister. Outside dudes had to be approved, and anytime she was in need, he did what he had to in order to make her happy. Bitter women who have never experienced this level of platonic male love often turn their nose up when their boyfriends inform them of little sis. These women only see a man-woman relationship that's not built on family, so it must be sexual. They are right and wrong. Not every man wants to fuck his play sister, but the kernel of romantic love is at the root. It's not the same as I want to marry you love. It's more of this I want to keep you in my pocket and protect you, selfish and conditional love. Terms of endearment. The same way men fall in love with their play sisters, they fall in love with hoes. They provide that sisterly love where they look up to him, they need him, and they appreciate him for helping. These women also represent that be my daddy sexual fantasy. Daddy's gone, so Big Brother is there to guard her heart and facilitate her wants. But at the core is the reality that unlike real family, he can have her sexually. A hoe makes it clear that she is not his woman, but she also makes him feel as if she belongs to him. No other man is as embedded in her soul as he has become, and that emotional ownership makes her special. The one hoe tactic that will solidify your relationship goes beyond flirting and seducing. It's all about being dependent, like a little girl, and making him feel as if he's your protector. Hip-hop has promoted this. You can't save a hoe or Captain Save a Hoe rhetoric, but the truth is most of the guys rapping about not loving hoes are obsessed with them. A man with money or status treasures a girl that he can have fun with, who doesn't bring romantic stress, and who always makes him feel like the only man in the world when they are together. That's the emotional jackpot. He doesn't have to commit to something scary or grow up and take on a responsibility like marriage or a long-term relationship. This hoe is a friend, a confidant, a lover. And best of all, she doesn't put any pressure on him. Women looking for marriage or a square relationship could never be happy with that self-centered role in a man's life. But hoes are built for concubine life. Earlier in this book, I went over the good time girl traits. This is how you get there. When a woman like that needs help with a bill, wants to go on vacation with him, or needs a pair of $800 shoes to match the dress she just bought or it's going to ruin her night, that man will go into Big Brother mode. He takes care of that woman, not like it's his wife, but like she's his defenseless little sister. Men love hoes because unlike normal women, they don't scream, "I don't need a man." They squeeze them tight and say, "I wouldn't know what I would do without you." That feeling of genuine appreciation, even if it's sparked by what he does for her, is a real feeling. It is real love, and it completes a man on the deepest level. You can be his girlfriend. Be there to hold him down through bad times and party with him during good times. But what you have with your boyfriend is a partnership. You aren't indebted to him or owe him shit. You both do for each other in your own little ways. Ladies tend to fall into two categories: independent woman who does for herself, or a maternal lover that spoils a man because that's how you were raised to love. Men do appreciate those women. They wife them, they love them, but they rarely trick on them. Many of you reading this have boyfriends or husbands that don't buy you shit, but you know they have it to spend. Your man is more likely to trick on a hoe or his sister before he tricks on you, a loyal woman that gives him endless love. This developed because you have established that you don't need him to take care of you. A man gets comfortable in your independence to the point where he forgets that you are still a woman that has a need to be spoiled like a princess every now and then. Trophy wives and hoes usually have one thing in common. They need that man, are dependent on that man, and they stroke his ego in a way that plays to his fraternal, caring side, as well as his savage sexual desire. Girlfriends can't compete with hoes because they are delivering two unique experiences. His girlfriend hopes that he will take care of her but doesn't expect it, whereas a hoe submits to a man and pleads for his help. The open mouth is the one that is fed. Read this over and over again until you understand this as the nature of every man. You are looking for the answer to why men take care of hoes when they can find women who will do what they want for free. Well, there it is. Example. Maria has sized up her mark perfectly. They've been on 3 dates, and he's proven that he doesn't mind treating or tricking a little. But how far will this man go? Maria calls at her regularly scheduled time, but she's not herself. She's feeling down and wants to see him right away. The Mark says he can come over or she can come over to his place. So Maria takes the opportunity to finally see how he's living. Maria comes over, dressed down in jeans, yet still sexy. She immediately kisses him and holds him tight, a reward for being there to talk. She opens up about how much she really likes him, but, there's always a but, she doesn't want things to get complicated. She's known guys who change when things get too serious. She wants him to promise that they'll keep it fun and not let bullshit like titles and lies get in the way. The Mark wasn't expecting a let's have fun conversation. He's used to a what are we ultimatum. Maria pushes him down on the sofa and straddles him. She's saying that she doesn't want to be his girlfriend officially, but she's showing him that she is his girl in a non-friend zone way. The Mark is on his home turf and thinks that it's now or never. Maria smacks away his advances. She wants to talk about life. For the first time, Maria isn't just full of flirting or jokes. She talks about her situation as if she's finally being honest. She tells her Mark what she wants to do, her goals, her dreams, all in more detail than she's done before. After an hour of talking about life, the Mark is feeling even more connected to Maria. He understands her story, her struggle, and she's hooking him even more by asking his opinion on things like her career or her relationship with her family. At this moment, he's the wise older brother who wants to help. This Mark isn't looking at Maria as new pussy. He sees her as a good girl who isn't ready for anything serious because she's been through a lot and who is still struggling. Maria tells the Mark how much she values their time together, and again, she brings up sex. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you regardless. She mentions this casually, not jokingly, and reminds him that she doesn't want that future event to change anything. This is music to any man's ears. It's getting late and Maria has to go. The Mark wants her to stay the night, but she has to get up early tomorrow. Power of excuses. But she will call him and maybe they'll have a movie night this week or make a movie all night. Maria kisses him again. She's now positioned herself as a non-emotional threat in terms of being a girlfriend, has promised that pussy to him, and has shown that she's just a little girl lost, looking for a real friend who won't use her. Maria exits back to her car, leaving the Mark feeling like a brother, guardian, and most importantly, a soon-to-be lover. Did you catch what Maria did? She went in for the kill, MTV Unplugged style, no fancy date, no fancy clothes, and gave him a show that didn't even feel like a show because it was so intimate. Hoes are people too. They are women with stories, scars, bad habits, and problems that they admit to. Unlike the average guarded woman, hoes own up to their dark side in order to garner sympathy. They don't hide, they lean on a man. They want to be saved, they want to be healed, and they want a daddy. Many women legitimately feel this way, but don't trust any man enough to reveal these things. Hoes aren't worried about being hurt by exposing their daddy issues or abusive history. Some of these stories may not even be true or are exaggerated in order to sink those emotional fangs into a man. Girls like Maria show their vulnerability, knowing that men want to protect those they care about. If she had done this the first date or the first 2 weeks, he wouldn't have cared. This comes after 3 fun dates, epic phone sex, and a true bond that made him spend money he normally doesn't spend. Maria isn't a stranger. This is his baby, his homie, his fantasy, all wrapped in one pretty package. He wants to have sex, but it hasn't been that long where it feels as if she's gaming him. And now that he knows her backstory, he understands why she's hesitant about sex. The Mark probably has other girls who fuck for free or a subscription to Pornhub, so he will be fine with phone sex. He knows he's going to hit that eventually. But for now, he just wants to make sure this girl is okay and taken care of, because she deserves a dude to look out for her for a change. Hoeing up. You don't have to be an actress or have some tragic story that makes this man see you as a stray kitten. It helps if you can pull from things that are fucked up. But if not, just stretch the boring truth. Most women go through bad breakups, childhood drama, and things that have defined who they are. In order to make this man trust you, you have to give him something worth believing in. It's like filling out a scholarship application or trying to be admitted to a good college. There is always an essay that states why you deserve it on a personal level. This trick may fund your business, your lifestyle, or your next 2 cars, so it's important that you give him a reason to fall in love with your soul. Men love bad girls trying to be good or good girls who are one step away from relapsing. All of you have a story to tell, but let's make sure it hits the high notes that will make even a heartless man want to invest in you. The girlfriend experience. There are women who men want to hide away and fuck. And then there are women they want to hang around with outside because she raises his stock and entertains his friends. Many of the best tricks will be men who are serial daters or long-term bachelors. They miss out on things that couples do, like double dating, wedding dates, family cookouts, because they don't want the attention or the question, so when are you going to settle down? Let him know that you're cool with going places with him and playing that role. Men like company in places where they aren't comfortable, so be his sidekick. He has to go watch his cousin's basketball game but hates that side of his family. Tell him you'll roll with him. He has a trip out of town for a seminar and they're always boring. Tell him you'll roll with him. You aren't the girlfriend, but you deliver the girlfriend experience when needed. After a few times doing this, the lines will blur. At that moment, you've become the perfect woman, and he will do anything to keep this going. Let's review the hustle so far. You went after a man and he passed your Mr. Nice Watch versus Mr. Fake Watch test. You flirted your ass off on the first date, seduced and destroyed on your second date, and made him buy you something small to bring to the third date. You keep him laughing, gas him with compliments, and the way you look at him with those eyes is an instant hard-on. Now you've lowered your false guard and let him in on the scared little girl part of you that just can't seem to catch a break. This all has taken place over the course of 4 to 5 weeks, and while he doesn't really know you, he loves what you bring to his life. You are his carefree, good-time girl, but also a trusting little princess that has shared her deepest secrets with him. Unlike the other women he's probably dating, or even his girlfriend or wife, he sees value in you beyond your pussy. You are his baby, his homie, his sister, his bitch, and now he has to learn that it costs to keep you on his team. Listen to this over and over again, and if you're ready to stop being so masculine, read Hoe Tactics by G.L. Lambert and change your life.